When I was introduced to the property and I was taken on the tour of it for the very first time, obviously I knew it was a special home. Obviously I knew how well it had been built and how well it had been put together. But as I learned more about how it was created, it said something different to me, and I really knew that I had to tell this story in a different way. This was a home that I couldn't just take pictures of. This was a home that I couldn't just do a write-up of and hope someone made the right assumptions about what was there. This was an original farmhouse to this neighborhood that was 3,200 square feet and turned into a 4,900 square foot masterpiece by these owners. These owners bought this home with a vision. That vision became a project. That project then became a reality, and that reality is now a masterpiece. And almost to a year to the day, that labor of love took for these owners to create it. And it's a very special moment, and probably a hard moment, when people that have lived that now take a turn in their lives where they're going to introduce it to other people and perhaps become their home. And I'm proud to be involved in that, and I want to make sure that people understand what they've done and really the opportunity that exists here. So what makes this opportunity so special and so unique is that within this wonderful gated community and this estate subdivision, Heritage Lake Estates, you have this property that's so different than anything else. Although it has all the elements of new that a home buyer would expect in a property of this caliber, this original farmhouse built some time between 1864 and 1870 adds an element of history and uniqueness that you can't recreate anywhere, no matter how big the house. And no matter how much someone puts into one of the other properties here, they'll never be able to recreate what these homeowners have. And I think anytime you have an opportunity to explore something like that as a buyer, that's something that you really need to think strongly about. You can tell that the homeowners agonized over every detail. When I viewed this property and I'd learned what they had done and how they had done it, I realized that this was something that they weren't going to take for granted. This was a project that they were going to make sure they got right. Just from the flow from old to new and making sure it made sense for their lifestyle, and maybe not even just their lifestyle. I mean, the homes that I connect with the most are the homes that I can picture myself in immediately. And this house, I respond to it, and I know everybody else will too. When you walk into this home, look, it doesn't just check your boxes of what you want. It checks your caviar wishes that you didn't even know you wanted. And the vision that these folks had when they put this together, it was something that they took the time to make sure that it was done not just the way they wanted it, the way everybody would appreciate it. Okay, you could tell no expense was spared. You could tell that the herringbone walnut floors in the office and dining room, they waited months to get. And they wouldn't just put in any hardwood. They would make sure they put in the right hardwood. You know, when they chose their kitchen cabinetry, it had to be right. You know, the appliances had to be right to go with the cabinetry. They made sure that every choice made sense. The features of this home that I just look at and feel like I need something like that in my life are like the covered porch out back with the wood-burning fireplace. I mean, knowing that your outside living won't be compromised no matter what weather is there. The morning kitchen off of the dressing room upstairs, knowing that I can have a cup of coffee while I get ready for work, or grab one more bottle of wine as we watch the sun go down from the terrace off the master bedroom. I mean, these are smart choices, and these are choices that aren't just made in any new build. These are choices that a family with a vision had and made sure they saw through. When we took the tour, in one way, I was amazed at how far these owners had gone with this home. I was amazed at, obviously, the attention to detail and the choices that they made, and that they didn't just throw something in to finish it up, which a lot of homeowners can do in a project that takes this long. But I was amazed with how they set the home up to still leave options for perhaps themselves or the next owner. Like there is upstairs in the wonderful, bedroom floor of this home that is complemented with all of the finishings that you see throughout this home. There's a door that leads you into 1,200 square feet of unfinished space in the attic. an amazing opportunity or option for these homeowners for either an in-law, perhaps a rental suite, perhaps a home office, a studio of some sort. But it wasn't just that. It was that they took the time to rough it in. They took the time to get all the components there, so it wasn't a project that was left for someone else. It was an opportunity. They have it laid out so an elevator can be put in to take you from the garage up there, perhaps if it's a family member with a disability. It's ready for a stairwell if the elevator isn't needed. They thought about how they were going to do it, and then they thought more about how to make sure to get it right. Hey, look, I'm enthusiastic about real estate in general, but when I get the opportunity to sell a home as special as this, hey, there's really nothing better. I mean, you take a property as unique as this, with the most extravagant elements of new, with the historical character of old, the stone, the deep silled windows, yet the kitchen that will blow your mind. I can't wait to show someone. I really can't. And if I'm enthusiastic being interviewed about the property, I can't wait to give someone a tour.